Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of Dumbo. Let's do it. Dumbo is a family fantasy film from director Tim Burton and Disney. The movie stars Colin Farrell, Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Eva Green, Arkin, Nico Parker, and Finley Hobbins. A young elephant whose oversized ears enable him to fly helps save a struggling circus. But when the circus plans a new venture, Dumbo and his friends discover dark secrets beneath its shiny veneer. First, full disclosure, I don't remember the original Dumbo all that well. I remember really liking it as a kid, but the details are pretty foggy. So because of that, I'm just going to be reviewing this movie on its own merits, not making a comparison between the two. And there was a time back in the day when Tim Burton was my all-time favorite director. Batman, Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, and to a lesser extent, Sleepy Hollow, Batman Returns, Big Fish. But he's made a bunch of movies over the last few years that really haven't worked for me, so I was really hoping that Dumbo would be a return to form. It isn't. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. No, it's pretty good, but I was really hoping it would be great. And this movie is very Tim Burton. It checks all the boxes. Circus, creepy clowns, things with stripes, gnarled tree limbs, and Danny Elfman. Now the cast is pretty strong. I'm very mixed on Colin Farrell. He's hit or miss for me. I liked him a lot in this movie. Eva Green and Arkin were great. Arkin doesn't have a whole lot of screen time, but he's Arkin, so you know he's gonna be good. Danny DeVito was a delight. The two kids I didn't love at first. That's more about how the characters are written in the beginning, not the performances. The performances were fine, but I did warm up to them later in the film. And I love Michael Keaton, but at first I was not on board with his performance. Just the acting choices that he made for the role just seemed really bizarre to me. But then I started getting used to it, and again, by the end, I was digging it. And the music by Danny Elfman is fantastic. The score is amazing. If I were to compare it to one of his other scores, I would say it's closest to Edward Scissorhands, which is great because that score is amazing, and Ice Dance is one of my favorite pieces of music ever. The pacing was the biggest issue for me. The movie really takes its time to get going. The first act is a straight up slog. The second act picks up a bit, but it's still a little bit slow. And then the third act is really fun and exciting. And I found I didn't get all that emotionally invested in this movie. There were a couple moments, particularly towards the end, where I did get a little bit choked up, but I thought this movie was gonna kick me in the gut, and it really didn't. But maybe that's on me for having my expectations a little high, I don't know. And there is a rather baffling cameo in this movie, and you'll know it when you see it. And I think some people will really enjoy it. It was kind of funny, but for me, it just completely took me out of the moment. Now, a movie like this is going to live or die on the visual effects, and I have to say the visual effects, for the most part, are really strong. Particularly when we see Dumbo just kind of chilling or walking around doing his thing. That looks really good. However, some of the flying bits did look a little wonky. And yes, in case you're wondering, yes, Dumbo is super adorable. I loved him. Kind of want a pet elephant, but I hear they smell. I liked Dumbo. I didn't love it. I really wanted to love it, but I did like it. I think little kids will really enjoy it, and I think some adults will as well. And I am definitely getting that score on Spotify. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna give Dumbo, and I think I'm gonna give Dumbo a...
Where's my elephant? Where's my elephant? Where's my elephant?
Hey, they're playing the elephant song!
I love that. Reminds me of elephant.
Out of 10. So now I want to know, have you seen Dumbo? What did you think about it? What is your favorite Disney live-action remake of one of their older properties of all time? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.